Okay, Tosh here with Tactical Hyve. Miles, all right, we're gonna go over some more low light techniques. Okay, first off, we're gonna go over some options you have with low light. Okay, one is obviously a mounted light on your firearm. There's all kinds of different systems out there. This is a really good one, the Surefire. And then the other option is light and just the firearm, okay? So you can have them as separate units. So which is better? It depends on how you're gonna use it. So for home defense, a gun that you're gonna actually dedicate for protecting your home, I would automatically have a light mounted to it because I'm not gonna be carrying it around in a holster all the time, okay? As far as like CCW, you can go with this option, but it makes your holster bulkier. The next option is obviously a firearm and a separate light. So, you know, pluses and minuses to carrying separate devices. Okay, Miles, so how do you normally do it? What is your favorite of the two systems? I usually carry this setup.
I usually have a handheld, and I do have a weapon-mounted light on my home defense gun, but when I'm out and about, I typically will have them separate.
Okay, and why do you feel that's a better way to go?
Just for me, you know, like I could carry a light on my gun as well. For me, I just find it a little bit bulkier. I mean, to a certain extent, but also I just like the ability to use my light whenever I want to, just an extra tool. The argument could be I could carry a weapon-mounted light as well as a handheld light, but I just carry.
Right, you start adding too much stuff to the equation, right? Mm-hmm. You know, when you have two lights, how much EDC are you actually going to carry, right? Right. The downfalls to this one, obviously, especially if you use this type of system, it's more bulky, all that. But if you go to use your light, you're pointing a gun at somebody. You're potentially creating a situation when there wasn't a situation in the first place. So that is probably a better option for the street because, hey man, I'm shining this, you know, I'm not offending anybody. Yeah. You know, I'm just trying to see where I'm going. You know the dangers of this, right? All right, okay. All right, so a flashlight in itself is a weapon, okay? Or can be used as a weapon. You're about to be confronted with somebody, you can see he's giving you all the signs, all that stuff, you know, this is gonna go down. I'm not telling you to hit first, but I'm telling you to do whatever is necessary to get yourself out of the situation. And one of the things that a flashlight can do is bide you time, whether you wanna run or whether you wanna hit. And it's simply as simple as, yep. Okay? Mm-hmm. I can follow up, bam, bam, if I need to. Or ink, and I'm running. Mm-hmm. Okay, either or. So this is a great tool for self-defense. Guess what? You can take this anywhere in the world, whether you're on travel or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so flashlights are, I think, an important part of an EDC. Got it. All right, Miles, we've got some low light situations. We did hallway clearance, right? We did just movement in low light. Now we're gonna do some clearance with low light. Okay. We've got tactical role players for you. So you're gonna be going into these different rooms and we're gonna try a couple methods. We're gonna try with it mounted on the firearm and then a method without the firearm. You're gonna have the firearm kind of at the ready. A reason you would do that, you're not sure what's going on in your home. It might be your family, it might be your dog, so you don't want to just automatically point a gun at it. So you're going to be just searching your house with the gun ready to go, in your hand, but ready to go. Okay. You know. Okay, Miles. So we're going to talk about how you use the light when you're not with the weapon in your hand. Okay. Specifically offhand, but I'm going to do it with my right hand for obvious reasons. When I'm using my light, I like to keep it close to my face right here and then be able to get to my weapon system. Okay, and the reason I like it here, it's kind of like the high ready concept. I'm ready to strike if I need to. Got it. Okay, and if I'm here and I'm looking and it is a close encounter, boom, first thing, and then I'm sending that strike in, okay, and striking with the light, okay? You can do, I don't want to get into all the different techniques that are out there, but the main thing is boom, getting it, boom, okay? Give you that advantage, all right? So that's why I like to do it here. People have all kinds of different techniques. Whatever technique you want to use, be my guest, try it, see if it works for you. When we're moving through the house and we don't necessarily want to have our gun up, have that light secure to in this area because it's a fighting procession. If you need to block, you can still block, do all the things that you need to do, right? Have it here, and then, you know, your hand on the gun. Now you may run into the situation, I gotta open a door, okay? You're still ready to strike. If you really think there's a bad person in there, then transition to the pistol. You know, you're gonna have to open that door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have to figure out how to do that. Okay. You know, you might wanna set the light down on the ground to light the area, and then open the door, let the door breathe, and then take a look. You know, your call.
Okay.
You know, there's 100 different techniques out there to try and do this. We're gonna do some scenarios, okay? And first couple scenarios you're gonna do, you're gonna have your weapon holstered, okay? And you're just kind of think something's going on and you just wanna check it out. You know, maybe you're being paranoid, whatever. And be ready, you know, as far as like, hey, you got your light, and then if something happens, you're gonna respond to it. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, who the hell are you? Get out of my house. Who are you? Get out. Get out.
All right, I'm out. All right.
Okay, so how'd that feel for you?
It was natural. Saw somebody, and I did exactly what you mentioned, kind of flashed, because clearly I didn't really see him too, so I flashed. I saw him, striked, and then backed out and drew.
Okay. Did you see him long enough to know, hey, this is an actual threat? Or it's somebody I don't recognize?
When I flashed the light, yeah, I saw someone I don't recognize, and then I had no idea if he had a gun or not, so then I flashed my light again at him after I had drawn my pistol.
Okay.
And then didn't fire because I didn't see any weapon.
Okay, so your actions at the door, it's no different than if you had a gun in your hand, okay? So instead of, you can do it, what you did was not wrong, okay? I don't want you to feel like I'm saying you were wrong on this. But I don't like to linger in the doorways, okay, unless I've cleared that space, right? So I need to roll that door. I need to clear it. So do the same thing with your flashlight. Roll that door nice and smooth. Okay? That way you get a good look of the whole room.
Got it.
Okay? Or most of the room. The only thing you got left is this and this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Question for you. I was a little confused because I guess it's more about the clarity of the situation.
Right.
If I'm expecting a threat or something like that, do I keep the light on? In your
Sure,
situation.
for the roll.
Okay, for the roll, yeah. Okay.
For the roll, there's nothing wrong with keeping it on because you're not spending a long time here, right? So roll the door, shine the light in there, get your view, see what you need to see. Light goes off. If you did see somebody in there, now if you decide that you're going to engage that person, you can do that, or you can back off.
Got it.
And just wait.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Call them out.
Sounds good.
Okay, so there's multiple techniques to do this. Okay, there's the over the top, and you have the light here. If you have, it looks like you do have it, you can actually hold this like this, so you have two hands on the gun. Yep. So go ahead and hold this so you can show. You're gonna actually put it between your fingers and put it right next to the gun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one method. Okay, so it's like it's actually attached to the gun almost. And then there's, I think it's called the FBI method, where you actually have the light held up here and the gun, you know, obviously I would do it, you know, like this. There's theories behind that. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But whatever method you want to try, you can go ahead and try it, because now we're going to do it with firearms.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
So your call. Let's give it a shot. You can also do on the face. So wherever the face is, that light is shining. Okay. And then so there's another intermediate. If you kind of think you could already have your gun prepped and your light, but now we're going to go full tactical.
Okay.
All right. So however you want to do it, whatever method you think is good for you, go ahead and let's run the scenario.
Okay.
So you've got noise down in one of your rooms down there, and you're going to go check it out.
All right.
All right.
Should not have dropped the light.
Okay, so how'd you feel on that?
Felt a little slow I had a little brain fart. I actually saw the role player, and for some reason I kind of hesitated. Then it took me a split second, and then when I realized, okay, he's holding a gun at me, I just dropped my light. But I knew that there was a threat. I thought that was a good idea at the moment, and potentially so I can get both hands and just engage. But at that point too, after I took those 2 shots, I can't see anything anymore. So that's kind of where my head was at. But I did see the threat earlier. I should have taken the shot earlier.
Right. So let's go to the door real quick. So this is a skill set you have to practice. When you roll the door and you're rolling, so speed is your friend, okay? How long of a picture does the guy have when you do this? It's not very long, right? Okay. So you're getting security by doing that when you roll. But if you're rolling the door and you see a threat, right? Go ahead and take that shot, but keep moving. Okay? Now, you just shot into the room and then you took fire back out.
Yeah.
Did you need to go back in to engage him? Or what did we learn before? Could we have backed off and waited for the cocksucker to come through?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely retrospect. Should have done that. And also, just thinking about it is, I'm try not to game it, but at the same time, I'm thinking back what I would really do. I'd probably move faster too. I'd probably roll. Roll faster.
And when you roll, you're looking to engage.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't want to be so fast that you can't see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
You just want it to be nice and smooth. The faster your movement is, his peripheral vision is going to pick up that speedy movement. Okay? It's going to cause him to react. But if you glide across that door with enough speed that you're getting past it, but it's going to be harder for him to pick up that movement.
Yeah.
Okay? He's going to go, oh, what's that? Whereas when they see something that happens quick, your peripheral vision causes you to react. Okay? So when you roll that door, roll nice and smooth, and if you see a target, engage it, but keep moving.
And I think that how I mentioned there was a split second where I could have taken the shot, just delayed it, and it's probably ties into what you had mentioned in one of the previous videos, where that light is kind of blinding for somebody. They could shoot towards where the light, the source of the light is. Right. But I think that is maybe what bought me the time too. I could have landed that shot, but again, more training. Need to practice this more.
Yeah, and you got to do this during the daylight too. So when you have a fully lit room, rolling the door and shooting and engaging targets while you're moving past the door while you're rolling it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people practice that actually. Okay, but that is a skill set that should be trained. This is one of those skill sets that I think are vital to self-defense or any kind of CQB training, close quarters training, is rolling that door and actually engaging targets while you're rolling. Yeah. We just don't do that a whole lot. A lot of people don't do that. They, for safety reasons. Well, we got semi-ammunition, we can do it all day long. You know what I mean? We can throw a target up there if you don't want a person just to practice rolling the door.
Yeah.
This is where airsoft comes in. You can set up your styrofoam target, roll that door, and practice engaging that target.
Yep, good stuff.
Okay, Miles, we're going to change it up a little bit. You're going to have a light mounted on your pistol, and you're just going to go ahead and you're going to go to that door, and you're going to open it and deal with the situation. This is what the weapons light gives you an advantage to, because you can keep that light on there and keep your weapon ready and ready to go at any time. Okay? So let's try it. Head to that door and do your thing. All right, good. Index. All right, so we're going to do a situation that's a little bit similar to what you already did, but you got a different type. You've got to deal with the door a different way. So I want to see how you execute that, and then just deal with the situation inside.
Got it.
Okay? Good boy. Okay, Miles, let's talk about what you did. How'd you feel first?
Felt better in the sense that after the previous iterations was moving a little bit faster. Caught myself, instead of re-engaging, back out. If I already know that there's a bad guy there, let him come to me rather than trying to engage him again. The door didn't really know how to necessarily work with that door the best way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought the way you approached it was good. You even checked yourself. So you're not running into your own death. Mm-hmm. You initially, when you were going to open that door, you were kind of in line with the door. So if somebody was in there, and you thought about it for a second, and you just simply moved over to the side, which was awesome. Okay, that was good. Okay, then you open the door, right? Pull that open. You let the room breathe a little bit, right? Nothing coming out. Got your light up. You went and you started to roll the door. You saw your threat. You engaged your threat, and then you went. Okay, role player, where'd you get hit?
Right in this chest, high stomach.
You got hit in the liver, right? Okay, you're gonna die from that, but you weren't dead, okay? So you coming back across, continue that roll, engage that target and continue that roll, okay? Mm-hmm. Now I don't have to figure out where I'm going. I already know where I'm going, you know? And it's just a suggestion. What you did wasn't wrong. It's just you spent more time, and he probably would have been able to shoot back. Yeah. Okay, well, you did actually shoot back, but you didn't actually get hit with a real bullet either. That being said, if you don't turn the lights out, headshot, he's probably going to fight back.
And that's something I possibly have to train out of me or through reps, because as we've noticed, my tendency is after I break those shots, I tend to retreat back, looking for cover. And that, in this particular situation, doesn't make sense. Why back out, just roll out? Because there's...
Yeah, that's something you got to train. That is not an instinctual thing to want to do unless you have no way back. Yeah. Then you'll do it. That you have to train. Rolling the door and engaging targets is a difficult thing to do. It's not as simple as everybody makes it seem. With the higher level guys. Got it. Right? They spend hours practicing that. Okay?
Cool.
All right, Miles. Overall, I think you did a good job. We're just scratching the surface on this. We can nuke the hell out of it and get really down and dirty and show you a bunch of different techniques. We just don't have time for that. Yeah. This is just scratching the surface, and this is stuff that you can practice in your home. Mm-hmm. And you should. If you're thinking about home defense, you should do movement through your house so it becomes second nature to you when you run through your house, if you should have to do this. Yeah.
And I really do agree with that. As we mentioned, the first video we did on low light, I remarked that it's an area, it's a deficiency. I really don't practice a lot. So even now, driving it in more, I do completely agree. And I know viewers, you may have heard it, but maybe I've heard that too, but maybe haven't really done it, even though we've heard it. So I'm absolutely going to do that, because today just noticed as the rolling, it's like natural for me to just continue to I see a threat and I'm moving back. Whereas in that last situation, it made perfect sense. Why in the world would you move back? Also potentially staying in the line of fire for a longer time. I could have just kept on rolling and it would have been as much security as the other side. So I definitely got to practice it more.
Yeah, there are guys that have turned this low light stuff into an art, and there is a lot more information and a lot more technique to it. Mm-hmm. This is just the beginning of it, and we'll go further.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Tosh. Appreciate it.
Yep. So if you like the content that we have, go ahead and make a comment. You got techniques you'd like to see or you've heard of, we can also test it.